And he did not report the matter to his provincial director.
Wala
That's the
talaga.
reason I relieve him, sir.
Yung police na yun is either walang bayag o walang pakialam.
Yes, sir.
Yun lang. At walang kwenta. Walang bayag, walang pakialam, walang kwenta sa police. So, Arde, you bring that guy here, ha? Yung police na yan. Next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Parang kailan lang noong tayo ay nagpatawag ng mga pagdinig para imbestigahan ang iba't ibang kaso ng pagpatay sa mga opisyal ng ating pamahalaan. Labis nating ikinagulat ang harap-harapan at tila walang kinatatakutang mga insidente ng pamamaslang. Ngunit higit sa pagkagulat ay ang ating lungkot at pagkadismaya. Personal o political man ang motibo, hindi kailanman magiging katanggap-tanggap ang pagpatay sa isang halal na taong bayan at kahit na hindi halal, napaka-importante po ng buhay. Kung makita mo ngayon, andito yung 6 na mga babae na widow ng mga namatay at alam natin na yung hindi dapat ito namatay. Nagkataon lang nagkasama sa loob ng sasakyan at para walang maging witness sa pagpatay kung sino gustong patayin ay inubos, pinatay pati yung mga hindi dapat patayin according to their motive, kung ano yung motive nila. So you can just imagine, 6 na widow na may kanya-kanyang pamilya, 6 na grupo ng mga bata na ngayon ay wala ng ama dahil sa karahasan. Kaya talagang kumukulo ang dugo ko pagdating sa mga ganitong pang-aabuso. Today, as the chairman of the Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, I assure every Filipino that the Senate will not stop condemning these senseless killings of elected government officials and ordinary citizens. Those who chose the path of evil must be made to answer the consequences of their choices. We hope that by the time that we end our investigation, we have formulated recommendations to help in giving justice to the dead and closure to the families they left behind. But most importantly, we hope to craft legislation that would strengthen the safety of our communities, kagaya nung ating magiging pulisiya pagdating sa checkpoint. Dahil nga, ginamit pa yung barikada ng checkpoint ng eskwelahan, sa suot pa ng mga uniforme ng pulis, at yun pala'y papatay lang ng mga tao. So, kailangan, it's very timely that we are going to tackle the bill filed by Senator Rapi Tulfo pertaining to checkpoint operations. Paano pa natin lalong matutulungan ang ating mga law enforcement? We hope that by the time we end our investigation, but additionally, paano pa natin lalong matutulungan ang ating mga law enforcement agencies na mapigilan ang paglaganap ng krimen? Today, we consider the following proposals. Number 1, the CCTV bills. Napaka-importante yung CCTV dahil yun nga, kung wala kayong mga nakuhang CCTV footages, blanco yung investigador as to the perpetrators. Mabuti na lang, may nakuha kayo. At least may mga kunti-kunti kayong lead na sinusundan ngayon. We shall also take up, once again, our body-worn camera bills intending to protect both the people and law enforcement officers. Number 3, in addition, we shall also tackle Senate Bill number 1977, which aims to strengthen our security checkpoints all over the country. These bills are here to promote safety for all of us. Lastly, we shall discuss PS Resolution number 728, which is about the ambush of Apari Vice Mayor Romel Alameda. It is with great sorrow and disappointment that we are talking about murders of our fellow public servants again. Tila isa itong paulit-ulit na bangungot. Akala ko ba pag nag-conduct tayo ng Senate hearing dito about political killings ay tila mahimasmasan yung mga ibang tao na may balak na gumawa na naman ng political killings. As we share information and testimonies, I am hoping that the truth will reveal itself so we can stop this madness. Hindi natin kayang maibalik pa ang mga buhay na nawala. Ngunit nasa atin ang kakayahan upang siguruhin hindi na mauulit ang mga walang saysay at walang kabuluhang pamamaslang. Maraming salamat po. Muli, nakikiramay po tayo sa mga iwan na mga nasawi. At this point, I would like to ask if Senator JB Ejercito has an opening statement.
Thank you,
Followed by
Mr. Chair.
Senator Rapi Tulfo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Likewise,
Your Honor.
thank you, Mr. Chair. We are here also to hear, no, because we also are concerned about these killings. This not na medyo marami na rin po kayo na-imbestigahan, Mr. Chair. So kailangan talaga matapos ito, because if we are really we really want to sell the country as what the president is doing, it's very important and imperative for us to make sure that the peace and order is the number one priority. No, how can we entice business to invest, especially in the provinces, when there are these kinds of incidents. So, Mr. Chair, I'd like to thank you for always taking up the cudgels, and for the victims. Be rest assured that we will be here to support the committee's findings, so that we can prevent abuse, and this senseless killing has really to be put has to end. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your Honor, Senator JB Ejercito. Senator Rafi Tulfo, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Senator JV. Siguro next time, Mr. Chair, we can invite the LTO as resource.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here.
May LTO ba tayo dito ngayon? Kumsek? Wala. Wala daw. Next time, Your Honor.
Kasi
Thank
dito po, sa information na tanggap ko, yung sa ambush kay Vice Mayor Alameda, meron pong na-identify na plate number SFN 713, pero later on, it was established na fake, forged. So, ito yung sinasabi ko noong pa man, itong mga checkpoint na inilatag ng mga pulis natin, inutil, parang chine-checkpoint lang yung mga motor. Pero yung mga four-wheel vehicles, hindi dumadaan sa checkpoint. Kaya ito, isa sa mga resulta. Now, pangalawa, it's about time, total implementation para sa akin, Mr. Chair, yung paglalagay ng QR code sa lahat ng mga sasakyan o RFID. And then dapat constant patrolling ng mga taga-HPG o any members of the PNP or traffic management group na kapag nakitang kaduda-duda ang galaw ng isang sasakyan, pwedeng parahin at titirahin lang yun ng parang baril at makikita yung QR code kung legit o hindi. Pag walang QR code at nakitang hindi legit, then tatawag ng backup, may stop yung paglaganap ng anumang klaseng krimen. It's just a matter of police presence, police patrolling the community. Kuminsan kasi, unfortunately, this is a sad story. I have to tell you. Nakikita ko po yung mga police mobile car na naka-station lamang sa isang lugar at umiilaw-ilaw. Pinagtatawanan lang po yan ng mga kriminal. Nagpapakita lang po na tamad po yung mga pulis natin, naka-standby lang sa isang 7-Eleven, sa isang gas station, and wag ka, pagpupuntahan mo, tulog. O dili kaya, wala doon. Nagmimerenda kung saan-saan. Buti na lang, hindi kinakarnap yung sasakyan. Dapat, ang mobile car ay nagpapatrolya, constant, continuous, at naghahanap ng mga kaduda-duda, mga kilos at galaw ng mga tao sa komunidad. Kasi, kung ginagawa lang po ng ating kapulisan doon sa probinsya, na kung saan napas lang si Vice Mayor Alameda, baka nahuli itong mga culprits. It's about time, siguro yung ating kapulisan, gawin nila yung trabaho nila, palagi nagpapatrol, and then LTO, yung QR code or RFID, should be fully implemented na. And lastly, ito pong si spokesperson ng PNP Colonel Jean Fajardo, hinahangaan ko to kasi palagi ko po natatawagan to at para ma-interview. Pero ito recently, agad-agad, nagsabi na siya, she made a clarification as no member of the PNP was involved in the said ambush. How can she say? So next time, siguro, pakisabi Mr. Chair dito sa spokesperson ng PNP, huwag niyang basta-basta ibubukas ang kanyang bunganga unless kung talagang very sure siya, with definite certainty, with pieces of evidence, concrete evidence, na talagang hindi involved ang PNP dahil identified na talaga yung mga perpetrators. Yun na po muna, Mr. Chair. Salamat po.
Thank you, Your Honor, Senator Tulfo. Siguro, yung sinasabi ni Senator Tulfo na police presence, dapat i-upgrade natin yun. Dapat police aggressiveness, police proactiveness. Diba? Dahil yung gano'n, kung national highway yun, di ba? Highway ng papuntang Manila, yung nangyari yun. O kung,
Yes, Your Honor.
kung may nagpapatrolya doon na police, nakita sana yung nag-checkpoint doon. Nasita. Uy, sino kayo nag-checkpoint? Hindi kayo police. Hindi kayo authorized. And I am reminding lahat ng police dito. Kung sino man yung may-ari, may jurisdiction ng area, may area of responsibility ng lugar na yan. Kayo ang police, kayo ang territorial unit. My God, nobody can conduct a checkpoint. Kahit anong ahinsya ng gobyerno yan, kung hindi magpapaalam sa inyo. Sabihin nyo, police patula lang ako. Police lang ako ng anong bayan yon ng Namusan?
Bagabag, sir.
Police patula lang ako ng Bagabag, local police ako dito. Pero hindi kayo makapag-conduct ng checkpoint dito sa jurisdiction ko kung hindi kayo magpaalam sa akin. Dapat ganun ang attitude ng mga police natin. Kahit anong ahensya. Never. Never in my area of responsibility. Huwag kayong pumasok to mag-checkpoint. Kahit mga army kayo. Kahit ano pang ahensya kayo. This is my turf. You have to coordinate with me kung meron kayong gagawin. Dahil responsibilidad ko itong lugar ko. Dapat ganong attitude ng pulis natin. Diba? Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, go ahead,
Madam
Senator Tulfo.
sino po ang Chief of Police ng Bagabag? Nandito ho ba?
Nandito po, sir.
If I may, Senator Tulfo, tapusin ko lang itong
Ma'am, briefly lang po.
briefly.
Kunti lang
Okay.
po.
Chief of Police ng Magabag.
Kasi
During the time.
ito lang po, may share po
Yes.
yung opinion.
Ano ka, upo ka dito?
Hindi, mas kinawag ka naman po. Siguro, dapat itong Chief of Police ng Bagabag maimbestigahan at makasuhan, maybe ang pinakamababa for inefficiency. Kasi if you're just doing your job, just like what Senator Bato de la Rosa said, na dapat nagpapatrolya, na nakita nyo sana yung checkpoint na yun at sinita nyo, sino ka ba, ba't may checkpoint ka? Ano bang purpose ng checkpoint mo? Now, hindi mo ginawa yun, hindi ginawa ng mga bata mo, in the name of command responsibility, you should be held responsible. Kung akong tatanungin, dapat pati ikaw maimbestigahan. Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. Sige, upo ka muna. For admin matters, I just would like to state for the record, the CCTV bills were already included in our agenda when we conducted our public hearing on the privilege speech delivered by Senator Tulfo on December 13, 2022, and on our investigation on the 6.7 billion Manila drug buy bust. We have included again in our agenda the aforesaid bills as well as Senate Bill number 2031 by Senator Tulfo. So we can study if we can consolidate the same and be included in our committee report on CCTV bills in accordance with the Senate rules. For the information of everyone, we have received the position papers submitted by the DOJ, PNP, FBI, National Privacy Commission, and the BGMP on the CCTV bills. In the same manner, we have also conducted committee hearings on bills mandating the use of body-worn camera. Again, in compliance with the Senate rules, we included the bills filed by Senator Revilla and Tulfo in our agenda in order for us to include the same in our committee report. As of today, we have received the position paper of the BGMP, DSWD, DepEd, PNP, and PDEA on the proposed measure. And now for orderly discussion, we will discuss first, number one, with the indulgence of Senator Tulfo. Unahin muna natin itong PS Resolution number 728 on the ambush of Apari Vice Mayor Romel Alameda. But before then second is the Checkpoint Regularization Act. Number 3, CCTV bills including the Jail and Prison Monitoring Systems Act. And lastly, the body-worn camera bills. So, but before we continue, I would like to, Comsec, kindly administer the oath of all our resource persons andito ngayon. Pati yung sa likod, pero isang ganunan na lang yung pwede natin tawagin mamaya, magsalita, tayo na kayo at mag-administer muna tayo ng oath. Thank you. Comsec.
Thank you, sir. May we request all the resource persons who are in the panel right now and all the invited guests and resource persons who are sitting at the back to please stand up and raise your right hand. Tayo po tayong lahat. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this investigation? Thank you very much. Please take your seats.
Okay. Let us begin with the presentation or opening statements. Number 1, the family of Vice Mayor Alameda, then followed by the PNP, followed by NBI, and lastly, si Mayor Brian Dale Chan. So that masagot mo lahat kung anong sasabihin nila. Pang-apat. So number 1, we will listen to the family of Vice Mayor Alameda. Meron kayong spokesperson na pwede magsalita? Sino pwede magsalita sa inyo? Please introduce yourself, ma'am, and proceed with your opening statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ako po si Mrs. Elizabeth Alameda, ang biyuda ni Vice Mayor Romel Alameda. Unang-una po, Your Honor, nagpapasalamat po kami sa binigay niyo pong pagkakataon sa amin para makadalo dito sa public hearing. At umaasa po kami na itong public hearing na ito ay ang magiging opening o ito po ang magbibigay daan sa amin para ma-solve po ang kaso ng aking asawa at ng mga kasamahan niya na na-ambush noong February 19, 2023 sa Bagabag, Nueva Vizcaya. At para po sa aming position paper, Your Honor, babasahin ko po. By August 19, it will be 6 months since the ambush of my late husband, Vice Mayor Romel Alameda, and 5 others, and yet no case has been filed against the identified persons of interest. The Alameda family and the widows of the 5 other victims of the brutal killing are strongly requesting the Committee of Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa to assist us to seek justice for the death of Vice Mayor Romel G. Alameda, Alexander A. de Los Angeles, John Dwayne Alameda, June Ramos, Alvin Abel, and Ismael Nanay. May we then request the committee for the following, Your Honor. The committee to assist the Paris 6 widows to seek justice for the death of their for our husbands. To the Globe Company to allow the release of the contents transcripts of messages and voice calls made from the cell phone numbers of the POIs, so that these transcripts and voice messages could be allowed to be used as evidences to file formal cases against them. The honorable senators to allocate funds to be used as monetary reward for those who may provide information on the identity and whereabouts of the suspected perpetrators of the ambush of Vice Mayor Romel Alameda and 5 others. And further request for the NBI to provide a progress report on the parallel investigation they conducted on the ambush of Vice Mayor Romel Alameda and company. That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Rest assured that as your chairman of the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs and all other members of this committee, we will exert or exercise our oversight function over these investigating agencies. Constant po namin papulapin to.
Thank
Itong
you.
PNP, NBI, at sino man na law enforcement agency na nag-imbestiga itong kaso na ito. And even the prosecution, we will follow up the prosecutor na may hawak ng kaso. Hindi po namin ito tatantanan.